Hey, we're the band Citizen, and we're hanging out with Rob on Front Row Live.
I'm excited for this upcoming record because you guys keep posting about it as like this is your favorite record, and from your team I keep hearing this is the best record. So
well, fake it till you make it.
Yeah, there we go. There we go. So let's talk about number 3.
It's like so easy for any band. You're like supposed to say that, like, this is our best record, because like that's what you want it to be. And like this time it's just really for real, and like we all feel it. Like anybody that we've shared it with, like family and friends and stuff, like they all really feel like the energy is palpable coming off that record. Right. So like we just like can't wait to get it out and share it with everybody else.
So number 3, like what was different this time going into the studio? Who was a producer this time? I think your first record you guys went with Yip, right?
Yeah. It's him again, Will Yip.
Okay.
So, and then
Will.
Yep. So what was different this time working with him again?
This time, we were like 10 times more prepared.
Okay.
You know, so like generally we'd come in with like the whole record or most of the record, and we'd try to write some more in the studio. This time around we came in with 16 songs, tracked 14, put 12 on the record, so it was just like everything was so tight and so ready to go. Yeah. And it really gave us time to you know, spice up the songs, whatever, you know. So this time around was just we were just ready, you know.
What was it that made you guys ready? You guys had more time to write prior to the studio? Was it more experiences that happened this time around?
Talk to the Magic Man at the end.
Let's go, Magic Man. You're too far from me right now.
It was just more sporadic. We all wrote it over like the course of a year and a half, and anytime anybody had an idea, we would just, whoever it was would just crank it out and shoot it to everybody, and it would be executed, you know, rather than cramming like a week or two before the studio. So it was super lax, and I think that shows in the songs. Like, you know, you're never going to feel the same a year later as you do, you know, so I think there's a lot of dynamic, you know, because of that too.
What has your writing process been like ever since? Because the first record, Youth, was incredible, but now like it's kind of a different sound from what like fans are commenting from what they've heard on the first 2 singles.
The writing process, I don't know. If anybody has an idea, it's pitched, and if we like it, we use it, and that's, you know, there's no set thing we do, you know. Right. So,
can we talk about the first singles that have been released so far?
Yeah.
Why did you guys choose to release these before anything else?
I think when you hear the record, we open up the whole thing with Jet, which was the first single, which since the time that it was like conceived at practice and stuff, like it just felt like that was going to be the single. It felt like that could be like a strong first single, just the way that it's so like explosive right off the bat and just like lets you know like, what's up, we're here, like we're back with like a new song and stuff. So I just think it just like really like makes people perk their ears up and like gets them excited, because it's just like high energy like front to back for it. And I think that's what a single, especially a first single, would need, I think, to succeed.
And you guys also did like you remastered it or something. You did a piano version of it, in studio, which was pretty cool. I don't think I've heard you guys do like a piano type of version of any song before.
Yeah, that's actually kind of a new thing on the record itself too. Matt decided he wanted to play piano, so he went and bought a nice ass keyboard, and then the rest of us get to benefit from it, because there's a bunch of songs that have keys this time around, which is a new addition for Citizen. And then the stripped down versions that we did, we got to do on the really sick piano at Studio 4. Yeah. And it was just a cool thing we got to do, and we really didn't do it for any reason but just to do it. We thought it'd be cool, and we did it, and I think it's pretty cool. Right. So,
Matt, can you elaborate a little more on the piano? What made you want to have a piano this time around?
I don't know. Just listening to
anything inspire you?
Like David Bowie was the actual kickoff where I was like, I should just learn how to play piano, you know. And then I just went and bought one and taught it to myself. So
that you make it look easy though.
The way that he talks about it, where he'll just be like, "Oh, I want to like learn piano," and I was like, "Oh, that seems cool." And literally, like, I come back down to Toledo 2 weeks later, and he's like riffing out Queen songs and things that like I could never wrap my head around in like years of trying to play piano. he like just go ahead and does it, and he'll be like, oh, I want to design like a video game, and we're like, oh, that sounds cool, like for sure. And then like 2 weeks later, he's like, here we go. And he's like showing us all this stuff on his phone that like he himself designed. Like he like downplays. He's a bit of an enigma for sure.
That is crazy. Now, going back into the studio with Will, how did he challenge you guys this time around? Since you guys are used to, recording with him, so how did he make it different?
We came into the studio with the songs like pretty much 99% done. Yeah. So, he would give his input every now and then, like, you should do a counter melody here, and then we would write a counter melody together, or you should double this part, or I think this part goes too long. So it was definitely the most hands-off he's ever been. So
you guys actually got to do your own thing this time around. Is it because it was the third record? Is it because you guys came in prepared with all the songs?
Yeah, it's just we're so well prepared from the beginning that we didn't really, I guess, like, need a helping hand within, like, writing an actual song. Is just kind of like working out the kinks and like getting it to flow and just getting songs that we're happy with. Especially like he said, some songs we wrote a year and a half ago, and it's like a year and a half later you feel differently about it. Yeah. You might not vibe it the same way as you used to, so just working it out, and he's there to help us when we need it. So
that's awesome. Now, moving forward to performances, are you guys, today we're here at the inaugural High and Low Festival. Are you guys going to be performing a lot of the record on this festival, just the 2 songs that are out tonight?
We're going to be rocking 3 songs. So Jet, per usual, we've been playing that like quite a bit. And then today's the first time that we'll be playing In the Middle of It All, like our second single that we released. So we're all like equal parts excited and really freaked out to try to like get that right. So wish us luck. And then Fever Days off of the record that isn't released yet. We've just been playing it because it's just like a really fun, like surface level, just like rocks really hard. Right. So like it's just so easy to like translate to a big stage. It's really fun.
And the fact that you mentioned that, translating to a big stage, do you guys consider that when you guys go into the studio to record material, or is that something that just happens naturally when you hit said stage?
Not exactly. I mean, there's songs every time that wouldn't have made sense for us to play on a tour a year ago, or even, a month ago. So, there's even songs on this record that it's like, we couldn't play this song when we were touring off Everybody's Going to Heaven, and there's Everybody's Going to Heaven songs that like we certainly couldn't have played touring Youth, or at least it just wouldn't have translated that well. So it's, it's totally like time and place, I think. It's definitely cool when a song comes out and you're like, man, I could see this one live being like pretty cool, and that might influence our decision on what we want to play first, things like that. But we definitely just write for ourselves, and like we just try to make the best record possible, and if it happens to be like it would be cool live, then that's just an added plus. Now
this record drops October 6th, and you guys are doing a tour for the record. Kicking off November, I want to say.
We're kicking off our tour. We'll be over in the UK and mainland Europe right when the record drops. So we're going to play like a small string of shows over there and then come home in October 17th or something like that. 17th. Okay. Yeah. October 17th is when our fall headliner starts, and we hit like the whole country.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now from the beginning of Citizen to now, what has been the biggest change that you guys have noticed so far?
Our drummer. Probably. We're on our 3rd drummer. Definitely like the way we play live. We're definitely like 3 times better than when we started, maybe 10 times, I
think we feel a bit more comfortable playing. There's some shows I'll see like videos of me, and I'm like, holy shit. Like I guess we're all trying to find ourselves, and now it feels natural,